Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does the audio sound? This is the new Hollyland LARK M2S microphone. It is attached to my collar right now. So it's around this time last year when Hollyland released this one. This is the LARK M2 wireless microphone. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll leave it above as well as down below. And when these came out, these had the smallest footprint. All you have to do is attach, this is the transmitter. You hook it up to your shirt with a little magnet behind it, and you can now transmit audio directly to either your camera by using this receiver here, or by hooking up the USB-C or lightning port to the bottom of your phone. And now Hollyland is back with this one right here. This is the all new Hollyland LARK M2S. The microphone is actually built in and it is super small, and the audio you are hearing right now is coming from this right here, the microphone that is attached to my shirt. And as you can see, as far as size goes, it looks the same as far as the size of this, but this is actually the back of the microphone. The actual microphone that is going to be pointing outward, just like you see here, which you are listening to right now. Now with this super small footprint, you can actually attach this to, just like I have here, the collar. You can hook it up to your jacket, and you don't have to worry about something like a magnet coming on and off of your microphone. Now when it comes to the setup, we have a very similar carrying case where everything is going to be stored. We have two transmitters that's going to be hooked up to yourself. Maybe you have one to another talent. This case also holds the receiver. Now this is the receiver with the USB-C port, because I do have the iPhone 15 where it takes USB-C, but they also have another option where you can purchase the lightning port. And this slot right here is for the receiver, which is actually hooked up to my Sony camera right now. So you are hearing the sound from this microphone transmitted to the receiver onto my Sony cam. This setup comes with a little carrying case for you to hold things like 2 wind muffs. You do have wind muffs if you are going to be using outside, as well as USB-C cable and a lightning to USB cable here. One thing to note is that if you are using the wind muffs and you do just have to slide them down, you open it up and you slide it and it just slides right in just like that. However, if you do have the wind muffs on your microphone, you are not able to put them back into the case. So you will need to carry these separately. The one thing I really like about the Hollyland setup in general, even when I compared it to the Mic Mini, this is the DJI Mic Mini, is the simplicity of the setup. If you just want to get out there and get some really good audio and you don't want to fumble around with a bunch of other devices that have a little complexity to them, all you have to do is plug in something like this to your iPhone, just pop it down to the very bottom. And now you're able to get wireless audio from your transmitter here, which is normally hooked up to your shirt or your jacket, straight to a device like this, like your phone, or if you're hooking up to a camera, all you have to do is plug in the 3.5 cable that does come with it. Now when it comes to the transmitter that's actually hooked up to my camera right now, there's actually 3 different modes as far as volume goes. We do have low, medium, as well as high. And if you're shooting in stereo mode, the light will be blue, and if you're shooting in mono, it will be green. Now the one thing I did notice that was a little bit different from these microphones as far as the new, this is the M2S compared to the M2 microphone, is that this is omnidirectional, which means the audio you are hearing right now can come from anywhere, any direction, because the microphone is actually pointed outward. Now this mic does use a 2.4 gigahertz transmission, and when it comes out to range, they are rating this to go about 300 meters unobstructed. That means there's nothing in between the microphone and the receiver. Now when I was doing my test, very similar to these microphones here, if you don't have line of sight, which means if I have the microphone on my body and I'm turned around and I don't have direct line of sight between the transmitter and the receiver, you will get some choppy audio coming through. All right, doing a little test on the Hollyland LARK. This is the M2S wireless microphone. As you can see here, wireless microphone is super tiny right here on my jacket. A lot smaller than the previous versions, also a lot smaller than the DJI mic. And I like it because of the fact that you can barely tell. This looks like a little button on my shirt, but it actually is a microphone. So let me walk down. The reception on this thing is supposed to go, I believe, up to 300 meters. Now we have a bunch of screeching in the background. I'm gonna try the noise canceling as well, but let me walk down and just see how the audio sounds. So let's work my way. And the thing is, I know that more likely you might get some cutout, some in and out when I turn my back to the camera because I don't have line of sight anymore. But let's see how well it does. But how does the audio sound? I'm gonna work my way back now because, especially when I do microphone stuff, I don't think I'm gonna walk this far, but I do wanna see how well it does. I am line of sight now. So how does the audio sound? As I work my way back, we have Mattress Firm, not sponsored. We have a bunch of massage chairs, and we are working our way back to Electric Avenue where all the new EV cars are. So we have the Kia. We just test drove one of the new Nissans. But how does the audio sound coming from the microphone? All right, still roaming around the San Diego Auto Show. I'm at the, where am I at? The Chevrolet booth right now, just walking through. Testing out the audio, of course. We are hooked up with the new Hollyland mics. And how does the audio sound? Bunch of people around. We are mic'd up. Tiny little mic here, but how does the audio sound here at the San Diego Auto Show? All right, we'll do the same test now. This is with the LARK M2 microphone. This is the one that came out about a year ago. I'm gonna put it in the same spot. You can see it here, a little bit bigger of a footprint than the other one. A little small clip. This one has the magnet versus the hook. And let's do a little range test on this one as well. So walking down, and again, I'm gonna have my back to the actual camera here. So let's see how well it does with my back to it. Again, I'm not expecting it to do that great. I'm gonna turn around here, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does the audio sound? And again, pretty busy area right next to the supercars here, working my way back on the blue carpet next to Honda, next to Toyota Sienna. How does the audio sound? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does the audio sound coming from, this is the Hollyland LARK M2. This one came out a little over a year ago. Also a really, really good microphone. How does the audio sound compared to the all-new Hollyland LARK M2S? All right, we're gonna test out the DJI. This is the Mic Mini. Same thing. Hook it up with a little magnet here. But the same location as the other microphones. So take the same route. Let's test out the DJI Mic Mini. I'm here at the San Diego Auto Show 2024. It probably might be breaking up, but once I turn around, now it should be really clear because I have line of sight. So testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure if you can see me right over here, but I am working my way back. I am also facing the receiver. So the audio should be at its clearest at this point. How does the audio sound? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is coming from the DJI Mic Mini, hooked up to my iPhone 15 Pro. How does the audio sound? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does the audio sound? Now when it comes down to runtime, these are rated to go about 8 to 9 hours. And then if you have the charging case, you can charge them back up about 2.5 more times. When it comes down to charging the devices, it'll take about an hour to hour and a half to recharge, which will then give you about 30 hours of actual runtime when you're using the charging case. And as far as weight goes, they are rating this to be about 7 grams. I'm gonna toss it on my scale here. 7 grams, this is for the M2S. Now the original LARK M2, dropping this on the scale, we are at 7 to 8 grams. And then we have the DJI Mic Mini. This is also without the magnets. We are at 10 grams for the Mic Mini. And because of the fact that we only have a tiny little microphone exposed, we don't really have the branding that a lot of the other microphones have. And just like the other microphones here, we don't have any onboard storage. So you're not able to record directly to the mic. Something I did mention earlier is that we do have noise canceling on this microphone, and all you have to do to activate it is just press this button here, or you can press the orange button here at the very bottom of your receiver, which is hooked up to your phone. Right now it's on, noise canceling is set to off. So what I want to do right now is actually turn noise canceling on. And to do that, there's a little button here on the side. So right now noise canceling is off, and I'm going to turn it on. If I click this button, there you go. Noise canceling is now set to on. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does the audio sound? This is with the noise canceling set to on. Now you can tell it's set to on because there's a little green light that it turns to. It goes from blue. Blue means the noise canceling is off. Green means the noise canceling is on. So how does the audio sound? Got some screeching in the background. How does the audio sound? And I'm going to turn noise canceling back off. There you go, noise canceling is back off again. So how does the audio sound compared to noise canceling on, compared to noise canceling off? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the Hollyland LARK M2S. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just like that microphone, this one also has noise canceling. So this is with the noise canceling off. Pressing the button, it turns green. Noise canceling is now on. We have a bunch of screeching in the background. Wonder if it's gonna take that noise out of there. How does the audio sound? Noise canceling is set to on at the moment. Now let's switch it back. Noise canceling turned off. How does the audio sound? This is the Hollyland LARK M2. This is the DJI Mic Mini. Now the noise canceling is set to off at the moment. Now if I want to turn it on, all I have to do is press the power button. Okay, yellow light turns on. Noise canceling is now on. How does the audio sound? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does the audio sound? Noise canceling is now turned on. We have a bunch of screeching here in the background from all the cars driving around. But this is with noise canceling on. Noise canceling turned back off. How does the audio sound? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is noise canceling turned off. This is the DJI Mic Mini. And when it comes down to audio quality, I think it is solid, but like I did mention earlier in the video, it is omnidirectional. So you are gonna pick up, I'd say, a little bit more ambient noise compared to the directional mics, the Mic Mini as well as the M2, the Hollyland LARK M2. You have a little bit more audio focus, especially if you're pointing it towards your mouth, where here it does pick up, I would say, a little bit more of your surroundings on this microphone. Right now, let me know what you guys think. You've been hearing the audio coming from this microphone right here through the entire video. This is using it in more of a studio talking head situation. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the video description. How does the audio sound right now? And for all the latest pricing on the M2S, I'll make sure that's also linked down below. As always, if you guys got some value from this video, a big like would be much appreciated. This is Algernon Stasio with FlytPath.com. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.